help but ask straight away about wine. On your promo photos, you're drinking like red wine.
White wine for me, I think.
Yeah, for you?
Yeah.
You're the one who don't like red wine?
I can't drink red wine, really.
No?
Yeah. I don't know why. I didn't drink for a few years back, and when I started drinking a little bit of white wine again, I tried to drink red wine, and it gets like the smell just turns me off. I can't go near it.
Not even from here, from this part of Portugal?
No. I know, sad, right?
It's amazing.
But this is Vinho Verde, at least.
Yeah. Not Chardonnay.
No Chardonnay, apparently. That's Mark's problem. He has more of a problem with Chardonnay than I do.
Chardonnay. Yeah. Very vivid problem.
Yeah.
And other thing I can help but ask from the beginning of this interview is that kind of feeling of nostalgia that we kind of have with Mudhoney.
Yeah.
Well, it's something you have to do because
we're old. We've been around a long time.
I'm old too. There's this movie Singles, and I watched it when I was like 12 years old, and it was already like 2 years after it came out. And Matt Dillon used to sing the song with the verse. How did it go?
He did touch me on dick.
Touch me on dick. Yeah, and and said I'm sick. And for a long time I thought it was touch me on dick. And I used to sing it like that. And my mom said, what are you singing? Are you crazy? No, Mom, this is a really cool band and cool movie. And I said, no, you didn't. You can't do that. No, and I said, oh, maybe this is cool.
It sounds more like that would be a Red Hot Chili Peppers song or something.
That would be insulting to me. But did you ever sing that song with that change of lyrics?
I don't think Mark ever did. No. But that was pretty funny though. It was funny. It came out as a 7-inch record last year on Record Store Day, I think. Like the version because that's Pearl Jam recorded it like that,
Yeah.
Which I think Matt Dillon's singing it, but I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either, but in the movie, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if the actual recording was him or not. I have to ask him.
And do you think like the scene that movie was talking about, like the Seattle grunge scene, was like really accurate, or what's your view of the scene back then?
Well, it was, from what I know about how that movie was made and stuff, he became friends with the Pearl Jam guys, and Jeff Ament had a lot to do with the way his apartment looked. Like Jeff Ament helped decorate the set, basically. So I would say it has a lot to do with Jeff Ament and like his take on the scene at the time, and like trying to make it a, sort of a accurate portrayal of a struggling guy in Seattle.
Not necessarily.
No. I mean, everyone's different, So no, I didn't really see much. I thought it was funny. I thought it was really funny. Like we're really big in Europe. Like we already were kind of big in Europe at that point too, so that was kind of funny, so I got, I mean, it's a funny movie, it's a comedy, it's not like supposed to, that was kind of the backdrop, because that was only one of the stories, one of the several stories going on in that movie, so it wasn't all about that stuff, but I was excited to see the movie, and we were stoked to get a song in it, and seeing my friends in the movie trying to act was hilarious, that was great.
Because is it true that Green River broke up because Jeff Ament liked Jane Addiction?
I don't know. I mean, I quit the band early, like I was in the early part of that band, but I left because I didn't like the music, and they got a lot better after I quit, They got better.
True.
Like
actually.
They did. No, for real. Like I was like so glad they got Bruce on guitar because he was kind of a like-minded guy, and he got them away from some of the more like proggy metal stuff that they were trying to do when I was leaving the band. But then they got kind of at the end they were really battling it out. Like Mark and the rest of them just weren't seeing eye to eye. That's why Mudhoney formed immediately after that band broke up. It was like me and Mark, okay, let's do another band, like do it the way we want to do it.
But you do have like a okay, you were talking about like proto punk, but you do have a lot of influence from the Stooges and bands like that, and also like the term grunge, that everyone like connects with you and with Mark. But there were like a few other bands that you also like fed into, like Australian bands and stuff like that you used to listen to?
Sure, still do.
Like Scientists and stuff
Yeah,
like
Scientists
that.
were huge. Feed Time was a huge influence. Tales of Terror
Cheers.
was a U.S. band, but they were huge. There's just so much going on. Like we all came out of the hardcore scene. We were all little skinhead kids with skateboards and stuff like that. Generally, but by 1983, 84, just trying to figure out where to go from that. You didn't want to keep playing that stuff.
Yeah.
You can only get so fast before you got to start slowing down. And the Melvins super slowed down. That was cool. There was a lot of great stuff in Seattle happening, but there was also stuff all across the U.S. and the world underground. There was Sonic Youth, Black Flag getting all weird.
Is it true you used to do pranks on hotel room phones with Sonic Youth tour?
Mark would call and pretend to be Thurston. He only did it a couple times, but it was pretty funny. Thurston didn't appreciate it.
You could do only one time though.
Yeah, it was a couple times and it was over.
How were those times?
It was fun. Yeah, the funnest tour
because it goes the other way around too. I've read Kim Gordon saying that you were influential for her.
Sure. Yeah, I think we were all they were older than us and they were very established and obviously very different. But obviously they got influenced by the Seattle thing. They got a little bit Goo was very much straightforward, a little bit more than usual for them. And they toured with all of us at different times during that time. But yeah, in 1993 we toured Australia with Iggy Pop, the Beast of Bourbon, another huge influential band from Australia, Sonic Youth, us, all these hard-ons with Jerry A from Poison Idea, singing. It was one of those amazing tours where it was just how can this much good music be going around together,
And what about the Russ Meyer movies that influenced your name, but you didn't even know the movie at the time, right?
No, we'd seen some other ones though. Yeah, we'd seen Faster, Pussycat Kill Kill.
Okay.
And Beneath the Valley of the...
That would be a cool band name too.
It's too long.
An album name.
Okay, yeah. But, other people were doing that too. Some of the Hollywood glam bands were also latching onto that stuff because it's, girls with big tits and stuff.
The first photos of Green River are kind of glammy.
Just completely. Well, yeah, they got very glammy for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, and what about the dirty guitars you hear in the beginning? How is the exception? Because not a lot of bands used to do that and have contracts with big labels at the time.
Well,
probably the labels didn't even know what to do. But
no, they didn't. After Nirvana and Pearl Jam hit that big, the record labels just had no clue. So they gave us complete control to sound like whatever, because they were I don't know why kids like this crap, but maybe they do, so that's just the sounds that we like. We never thought we were a pop band. We never thought we were going to get to any kind of level of success, beyond where we've gotten to already, it's all been amazing to us. We're wow, we actually got somewhere sounding like that.
You became a cult.
A little bit. I don't know. It's great. We appreciate it because we get to come to places like this and, do this. We don't do it all the time. We have jobs and kids and stuff.
Yeah, you have day jobs now.
Yeah.
Does Mark still work at Sub Pop?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, they give him time off to come on tour, though. That's easy. He's really lucky with that.
He's lucky with that. And, at Vanishing Point, you have a song called I Like It Small. And you talk about Gigi Allen. How was that connection?
Did you see the Gigi Allen movie, the documentary about him?
Oh, because of his short dick?
He has it's seriously the smallest dick I think I've ever seen on a guy, on a full-grown adult. And then you see that, you go, oh, well, that's his problem. Okay, now I get why he's so fucked up, or why he was so fucked up,
Yeah. Okay, and then you're saying it's those first songs, in the beginning, real straightforward, I'll do
Poppy.
this to you and do that to you and rape you and whatever.
Yeah. Well, the early stuff, the early Gigi Allen stuff was really good, actually. It's really poppy, really great pop punk.
But
basically.
Now that you're telling me that story, it doesn't fit.
No, it doesn't. No, but it was weird because he was always wanted to be naked. It's dude, put that thing away. You're killing it. You're killing your reputation.
And who is the idea for the song?
That's Mark. Mark writes all the lyrics.
Of the lyrics, yeah. But sometimes I think I've seen an interview where you already have almost all the music, but you didn't have lyrics already.
Yeah, we write the music together generally.
The riff is yours?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember, honestly. Yeah.
Do you jam together?
Yeah, we jam and
stuff
figure
happen?
things out, and then like kind of like if something starts to sound good, we record it. We have a little recording thing in the basement, you know, and then try to piece it together. Mark will take these pieces of jams and try to fit them into a song somehow.
Yeah, and like people tend to think like these rock and roll bands and punk bands and grunge bands, whatever you want to call it, live like very glamorous lives and glamorous rock and roll lives. But like the most rock and roll stuff you ever had was like Bob being your manager.
That's funny. You know, I mean, we were pretty stable as people for the most part. I mean, you know, Mark had his issues with drugs and stuff, you know, but you know, as soon as like we started making a tiny bit of money, you know, we all put down payments on homes. That's the first thing we did. You know, we were kind of sensible in a weird way, you know, and then eventually, I mean, we're all in our 50s, you know, like, so we...
You contributed to the subprime.
Yeah, well, we got there before that, luckily, you know. But, you know, so then, you know, I've got 2 kids, Dan's got 3, Guy's got 1, Mark has dogs.
Actually, that would be perfect lyric for Mudhoney.
Well, he did 2 songs about dogs, and we like said, no more dogs, no more dogs in songs for a while.
Songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it was last year that you did that live record for Third Man Records. Mm-hmm. How did that come up? It was something like to do with Jack White somehow?
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess everything to do with that company would be something to do with him, right? But yeah, we were invited to, I mean, we know some of the other people that work there too, you know?
Melvins did
yeah, they did one before we did, yeah. So it was just a request put out to us. We were like, that sounds great. Yeah, we'll do that. And it was awesome. It was a great place, you know, cool company, great people that work there, a great venue even, you know, where they record them all. That was great.
Hey.
Jack White was there for the record.
Was there? Okay. And so, what can we? This is a question that sometimes I don't like to ask, but I don't get this opportunity a lot to be with a band like Mudhoney. But what can we expect, you know, from the future? Can we expect more albums? Can we expect you to tour more? Because I've seen you in Barcelona actually a few days ago.
Okay, you were there? Okay.
Yeah, I was there. And actually I was begging everyone for an interview, but I couldn't get one there, you know. I sent messages even to Instagram stuff, so I don't know if you were or whatever. So, but we're here and that's what matters. And I really loved it, and it was very emotional because it was the first time, and I've never thought in my life that I was going to see you. So can we expect to see you more
Sure.
in
Well,
a few years?
we're doing a full European tour next month, like middle of July to middle of August. We do that almost every year. We come over here, it seems like, for like a month in the summertime. We're working on a new record. We got kind of distracted by it because another band, Mark and I, in Monkey Wrench, started doing a little bit of stuff again, and we were supposed to do the All Tomorrow's Parties festival that was canceled.
Yeah,
we were supposed to be on that one, so we kind of not wasted, but we spent 3 months getting this band all together, and ended up just playing one show in Seattle because we thought we were coming over here, you know. It's like so. But yeah, in the fall, like we canceled a tour in the fall so we can work on writing and finishing up some new songs and trying to get them recorded. So we'll keep doing as much as we can. I mean, it gets easier for me now, honestly, because my youngest kid is 12 and he can take care of himself kind of in a certain way. Like, you know, so I can go on tour easier now, the way his mom and I have it worked out. Like, it's like a little easier to deal with, you know. So, but that said, Guy's daughter is 5 and he wants to be home more. So there's always things, you know. It's always just, you know, we do what we can, you know. But yeah, we like doing it, so I don't see any reason to stop until one of us can't anymore, you know.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
It was great. Very nice meeting. Can I ask you for an ID for my radio show?
Sure.
My radio show, it's called How Soon Is Now on Super FM.
Super FM. Hello there, my name is Steve Turner. I'm in that band Mudhoney, and you're listening to How Soon Is Now on
Super FM.
Super FM.